Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Tonight's movie, Future World. I don't know, you clicked on it. I never heard of it. I don't know how I found it. I got it for us. I'm going to watch it for us so we can see what it's about and see if it's any good. Small synopsis real quick. A young boy searches a future world wasteland for a rumored cure for his dying mother. Sounds like a good cause. But then you look at IMDb, 3.1 on IMDb. That's not good. 929 people rated this movie. So it's like, Jeff, why are you watching this? Well, let me answer that question for you. James Franco is in it. How can anything James Franco does be bad? And then Suki Waterhouse. And at first, I didn't know who she was, but she was in a movie called Bad Batch one time with Jason Momoa. Not the greatest movie. I think Keanu Reeves was in that movie too. I could be wrong. But anyway, that's how I know her. Maybe you know her too. And then Margarita, Levieva, I'm going to say is her name. I could be completely wrong. I know her from the TV show Revenge. Okay, maybe you haven't heard. You heard of James Franco. You might not have heard of the two women. But then let me throw at you, Snoop Dogg is in this movie. Method Man is in this movie. So, I mean, Lucy Liu and Milla Jovovich is in this movie. And it's a 3.1. I mean, come on. Out of respect for the careers of these actors and rappers, I think I owe it to you to watch this movie and let you know, is it really a 3.1 or not? It's 88 minutes, which is like an hour and 28 minutes. Not too long. I'm going to get into it a little bit more, find out what the true plot of the movie is. I'll check in and let you know when I figure that out, and then tell you if it's any good, so I could save you some time. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're watching Future World. We're going to do a quick check-in here. We're at the 43-minute and 33-second mark. It actually flew by. I had no idea it was this far into the film. I just happened to pause it real quick because I was like, I haven't checked in a little bit. Let's see where we're at. But anyway, so the future world is obviously after the fall of the world we live in now. You know, everything's kind of gone. It's barren. Red fever is a disease somehow was created that is killing a lot of people and is killing Lucy Liu. Lucy Liu plays this young gentleman's mother. And he hears about some medicine in a bad part of the world or land or whatever that could cure her. So his goal is to leave the oasis where they're currently living and go out and find this medicine. So it's got a lot of the Mad Max feel, or the Bad Batch if you did see that. It's got a lot of that feel to it. So he sets out to find this medicine. And his first destination is a gentleman's club in this type of place that is run by Snoop Dogg. So that's our introduction to Snoop Dogg. Meanwhile, James Franco is like, I think he's called Warlord or something like that, and he's part of a biker gang that is, you know, he's just the head of a gang, essentially. That is in tight with Snoop Dogg. And when they come to the place, they decide to... and this kid recruits two other people to go with him to help find his medicine. And James Franco attacks them and basically wants to find... Well, they had a gun and there's not a lot of bullets left. So James Franco wanted him to show him back where the gun was found and where the bullets, so that he can go get that. But, and amongst all this, sorry, let me back up a little bit. James Franco has... acquired a robot that will do anything he says. He just talks to it. It's like, it looks like a human. This is the girl from the Bad Batch that I mentioned. She's playing a robot that he can control through the voice. So he's utilizing her to do all his dirty deeds, and tries to torture this young kid to tell where the bullets came from. So they start taking him back there, and she has like a short circuit or a malfunction that makes her ethical in a sense, or moral, and she starts to save this little kid, or not little kid, this kid, and help him a little bit, escape from them, And so now they're continuing on to go and find this medicine. So that's where we are. Sorry, hopefully that wasn't too convoluted. James Franco, bad guy. Young kid, good guy, trying to save his mother. Robot, first was bad, turned good, helping. There you go. So that's a synopsis. Like I said, it's very similar to the other two movies. But I'll get into it a little bit more and see if anything changes and makes it a little bit more interesting. Right now I don't see it as a 3.1 or 7, I forget what it was. I think it's a little bit better. But who knows where it's going to go. I'll keep watching it. I'll check back in. See ya. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Future World. Not much more to tell about it. I mean, if you've seen Bad Batch, you've kind of seen this movie, I feel. If you've seen Mad Max, it's very similar. Nothing too new, I mean, but it's like not a film for everybody. Real quick notes on it. James Franco and Margarita Levieva, I think you say her name? I don't know. Like I said, I saw her in Revenge, the TV show. Also, they are also in The Deuce, which is an HBO series, and they're both in that one too. So I thought that was interesting that they were in there. The film itself is kind of barbaric. I think, not too bad, but I mean, like, it's, I don't know, breaks it really down to, you know, killing and sex in a sense, I think. And it all comes down to this robot. So they, like I said, they discover this robot who will do anything, and James Franco controls her. He falls in love with her, and wants to be his wife, and which is great. But then, as I said, she has some kind of malfunction that allows her to help this kid, and the kid kind of likes her. Not as much as James Franco, but they pair up to try and find this medicine for his mom. And then while she's there, she meets Margarita. I don't know what her actual name was in the movie, but then they start to build with her. She starts to really like the robot girl. And then Milla Jovovich, who runs this whole place that they have escaped to get this medicine, she also falls in love with this robot. So it's like everybody's trying to vie for the love of the robot, or you know, wants to control this robot. That's essentially what the movie is about. The movie starts out as the kid wants to find medicine for his mom, so she could you know, be cured of this red fever. And along the way they run into this robot, but then the movie turns into everybody wants the robot and they want to love it. So, you know, and it has a lot to do with desert and motorcycles, and that's why Mad Max comes into play a lot. I do like James Franco's hood, helmet, or something like that. Now for me, you know, I think you got enough of it. Not a lot in this movie. Do I think it's a 3? No. I am probably going to give it a 5 or a 6. You know, probably more of a 5. While entertaining, it was nothing really new, but it wasn't as disappointing as everybody else who gave it a 3. I'll have to look at their reviews to see why they gave it a 3, but I don't know. Not great, but not overly terrible. I don't know who would be interested in seeing this film. I wouldn't know when to recommend to watch it. This is one of those 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep. I turn on some channel that allows these kind of movies, paid channel, and it's on. I'm going to watch it. That's the kind of movie you got here. So, check it out. Let me know what you think. It has a lot of actors in it, so that we know, and that, you know, so that I found that interesting. But other than that, let me know what you think if you've seen it. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in if you stayed with me this long. Kimmel's Irish Pub.